Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Billups, and it's time for the weekly Pop Culture Wrap-Up. That's right, everybody. Thanks for checking out the video. I am Rockin Robbie Billups. This is the weekly Pop Culture Wrap-Up. It's the show where I go over the week's pop culture news, mostly comic books and movies, but first I want to invite you to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps us out. Now, on with the wrap-up. Monica Rambeau, Photon, is a new 5-issue series debuting in December from Marvel Comics that will be, of course, featuring Monica Rambeau, former Captain Marvel, current Photon or Spectrum or whatever, but now back to that Photon name. Monica Rambeau, of course, has been in the MCU, most specifically in WandaVision. She's going to be in the Captain Marvel sequel, The Marvel, so it makes a lot of sense for Marvel to put out a miniseries. Now, this is pretty much an underutilized character at Marvel, and fans of comics, especially in Marvel from the 80s, they really liked this character. I always liked her. To me, she was my Captain Marvel growing up. So it's cool to see the spotlight kind of be thrown back on her, at least just for 5 issues, right? It's going to be written by Eve L. Ewing with artwork by Michael Maria. Not super familiar with the artist, but the writer, I do believe that she wrote an Ironheart run that I did like several years ago, I think, if I remember correctly. Sins of Sinister is a new X-Men-centric crossover that's going to start in January. This is only a tease so far. We don't really know much about it, but Kieran Gillen's kind of like the big honcho of the X-books right now. Mr. Sinister is one of his favorite characters to write. Historically, it's one of the better characters that he writes. He's utilizing him right now in Immortal X-Men and Axe, Judgment Day. So even though Judgment Day is not even over, even though Dark Web hasn't even started, we are gearing up for another X-Men crossover. I haven't really been digging the X-Men books, but if you've been digging the current X-Men books, this news should excite you because it's more than likely going to be Gillen, who's kind of the spearhead of the Sins of Sinister event or whatever it will be. That'll be in January. Everything is Different Now is a book on Kickstarter. It's only got a few days left. I wanted to point this out because this is from Justin Richards. Now, we've had Justin Richards on the show before, and I wanted to get him on the show again, but my schedule, it just did not work out. I didn't have the free time. However, I did want to give a special highlight and mention to his book, Everything is Different Now. Like I said, only a few more days on Kickstarter. I have gotten a look at what's inside of it. It is awesome. It's a 20-page anthology comic, all written by Justin Richards, but you got amazing artwork in there, like covers from Val Halverson, Liana Kangas. You got interiors from people like Chris Sheehan. So this is a really exciting book, and it's all kind of anthology stories built around the rage of looking at the world and seeing the changes, or maybe seeing things that you care about, other people don't. I don't know. It's a way to deal with that. It looks cool. I highly encourage everybody to go check that out. I got a link in the description below. Then we've got Fear of a Red Planet. This debuts from Aftershock Comics in November, written by Mark Sable with artwork by Andrea Olimperi. This one is about a colonized Mars that has now kind of become, slums are the wrong word, but it's kind of no longer economically feasible to live and exist on Mars, right? Basically, people just work all day on Mars just to be able to afford to buy supplies from the supply ships that are coming in. So there's no more innovation. There's no more movement forward, progression. It's a stagnant society. There's some kind of murder. Somebody's trying to solve it, some kind of something. Anyway, it sounds cool. I really like sci-fi tales that are about colonizing planets and what happens in the long run. Because it's cool. It's a cool idea to me. Like, you go and you colonize a planet. It's like everybody's all happy. Then eventually, like, people stop going there. Maybe there's no money there. And all of a sudden, you got these people that are stuck in this society, living in a hostile environment, just trying to survive. I don't know. Sounds like it could be a cool idea. Also from Aftershock, we have Last Ride of Pillar and Pride. This one is written by John Lees with artwork by Joe Mulvey. I'm a fan of both of these casts. John Lees has been on the show several times. He's the writer of Sync. He's the writer of Mountainhead. He's the writer of Hotel. He's the writer of Crimson Cage. Absolutely fantastic book. So any new book from John Lees is always going to be something that I'm excited for. Plus, we got Joe Mulvey. Joe Mulvey, recently from Happy Hill. I first got notice of his work on Wailing Blade, which I absolutely love. So I'm excited to see this pair together, especially for this book. So it's about these two young detectives, Pillar and Pride. They were like, think of the Hardy Boys or something like that, right? So when they were young, they successfully solved this like missing girl case or something and stopped a madman. Now it's years later. They're trying to be young adventure novelists, but it's not working out for them. Their relationship with each other is kind of frazzled right now. So they go back to their hometown, their old haunts, to see if they can rekindle that magic of their partnership in the early years. And things go crazy. It sounds neat, but knowing that it's John and Joe, I'm definitely pumped for that. Ninja Funk is a 4-issue series debuting in November, I believe, from Whatnot Publishing, written by JPG with artwork, and Steve Schute with artwork by Alex Regal. Can't read my own handwriting there. So the description on this book doesn't really describe it too well. I don't know. It seems like it's going to be something involving music, DJs, fighting, craziness. It's described as like something you've never seen before. And the brief description, which literally tells you nothing about the plot, sounded pretty nifty to me, to be honest. I'm not familiar with these creators. It's got a lot of awesome covers I was able to see, like a David Mack. There's a Jim Mahfood. So I'll definitely be checking this out, but it seems like it's geared towards people that like DJing and ninja. I don't know. We'll see. Ninja Funk. I also really like that title. Gatsby is a new 8-issue series from AWA debuting in November. Written by Jeremy Holt with artwork by Felipe Cunha. This one is a retelling of Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby, but in the modern age, dealing with the internet, dealing with influencers, dealing with the social the social commentary and the what was I trying to say? The socio-political situation. Anyway, that's interesting. So we'll check that out. Then we got Nature's Labyrinth is a new one. 6 issues debuting in November from Mad Cave Studios. This is written by Zach Thompson with artwork by Bailey Underwood. This one sounds really cool. I'm trying to remember because I just watched a movie trailer and I'm trying not to get them confused. So, yes, it's about this chain of islands out in the ocean. They are all filled with these traps, and the landscape's ever-changing. Some mysterious dude named Ahab's the one who made it, and there are 8 people that are there to basically have this battle royale, fight to the death type thing. That sounds awesome. And I do like Zach Thompson as a writer, so I'm excited to check this one out. Plus, the cover is amazing. It's a cover by Filia Bertukin, who is the artist on Agent of World, so that's super freaking cool. We got Umbrella Academy is returning for a 4th and final season. I love the first 2 seasons of Umbrella Academy. I have not watched a lick of season 3 yet, but now that Sandman's out of the way, I'm thinking about diving back into Umbrella Academy, getting caught up on season 3. Very excited to know that they are having the story be able to wrap up. They know the conclusion is coming, so we will have no dangling kind of thing. Now, the book series by Gerard Way and Gabriel Ba still has, I think, 3 or 4 books to go. So I don't know how much of the end of that story will be revealed here, or since they don't have any more source material to go with, they're going on an idea and they're just going to, I'm just happy they're getting another season, and I'm happy that they know they're going to wrap it up in one more season. Jeffrey Dean Morgan has been cast in The Boys Season 4 for a recurring role. That's pretty freaking cool. Who could he play? I don't know. I love The Boys. I have watched those first 3 seasons now, and I am all for it, and I like Jeffrey Dean Morgan, so I'm excited to see what he's going to be doing, and especially who he's going to be playing. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Tasha Yar is going to be in Picard Season 3. Tasha Yar, Denise Crosby, who died in the first season of Star Trek The Next Generation. Was it the first or was it the second? Pretty sure it was the first. She died. Now she's come back in other roles, and then in Yesterday's Enterprise. I think that was the episode. I really liked that episode. Why is Tasha Yar in Picard Season 3? Well, the truth is, nostalgia bait. It's kind of, oh, I want to see Denise Crosby as Tasha Yar again. That'd be neat. And, you know, they're putting all the next gen characters in Picard Season 3 because they wanted, I guess, to be kind of a capstone. That being said, it doesn't make any sense. That being said, Picard has not made any sense for 2 seasons. So, why should I expect any more? I watched some trailers. Let's talk about them. First of all, I can't call Hellraiser a trailer. This is a teaser. It's like 14 seconds long. All you see is just the Hellraiser word screened across. But you do see, I cannot remember her name right now, but the actress portraying Pinhead, you do see her a little bit. Like, you see her face, and it's very much Pinhead. Like, they didn't change anything. You always get worried that they're going to change the makeup. Like, the Pinhead makeup is iconic, right? Like, if Universal did a Frankenstein movie, and he didn't look like the Boris Karloff Frankenstein, that'd be kind of weird, right? Now, I know that exists, but anyway, what I was trying to say, Jamie, what's her name? I cannot remember her name. She is awesome. She's absolutely, the face, I think it looks awesome. I like the look. I'm excited to actually see the movie. It debuts on October 7th from Hulu. Anyway, you can watch the teaser if you want, but you do see her face. They don't change the makeup, and it looks good. Anyway, Terrifier 2 has a trailer. It debuts in theaters October 6th. I haven't seen any of the Terrifier movies. I know there's a Terrifier movie, and then Art the Clown debuted in, I can't remember what it was, but it was like an anthology. I haven't seen any of those, but I saw that this Terrifier 2 trailer popped up this week, so I decided to check it out. That looks awesome. That looks so cool. I definitely have to watch some Terrifier. I watched the trailer for To the Moon. This film, To the Moon, it seemed weird. It seemed like it was going for this A24 type vibe. It's about this dude. It seems from the trailer that he's trying to go sober, trying to clean up, right? So he goes to, I don't know, like a cabin or a house out in the woods, out in the wilderness to be with nature. His wife or lover's there. Everything's going fine. Excuse me. Then his brother shows up. And then, his brother's, he starts having this paranoia, and his brother's acting weird, and don't really get much else out of that trailer. I don't know. It could be interesting. We'll have to see closer to release what people are thinking about that. My Best Friend's Exorcism, which releases on Amazon Prime September 30th. I think it's based on a novel, maybe a young adult novel. So it's about this group of young friends in the 80s. One of them gets possessed by a demon, so they have to get some kind of goofy, Exorcist guy to come help them out and exorcise. So it's horror comedy. Definitely more comedies, cheesy. Trailer didn't really do much for me, though. And then the new Pinocchio trailer. Honestly, I like the last Pinocchio trailer better. This one, still cool. It still seems like a very faithful adaptation of the Disney animated Pinocchio film. It's the same thing, just live action. Geppetto's played by Tom Hanks. I think he's going to deliver a fine performance. I haven't really liked any of these Disney live-action remakes, except for Aladdin. I really liked Aladdin. But Pinocchio could be cool. Anyway, that's what we got for you. What's coming up here at PCP this week? Well, a little bit of a quiet week. No Dylan's Horror Show, no PCP Movie Night, no Rockin Robbie Live. However, we are gearing up. September 3rd, Horror Fest kicks off on Dylan's Horror Show with Life Force, and then continues September 5th on PCP Movie Night with the entire Scream franchise reviewed. Very exciting times. Horror Fest is upon us, y'all. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Anyway, thank you so much for checking out the video. Let me know any of your thoughts about any of the stuff that we talked about in the comments down below. I've been Rockin Robbie Billups. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for rocking with us. Thanks for watching. Station, pop, pop, snackle, 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 boom!